The Funk of 1,000 Years was the first track that I picked as a single from the album Cosmic Intervention. And the reason I picked that is because a lot of fans had been asking me for some hard and heavy rock and roll that I'm well known for. That was a riff that I had carried for a couple of years, and I eventually put that down and came up with a melody line. It's one of my favorites of the album, and it also starts off the album. So it's track number 1. The reason why it's called The Funk of 1,000 Years is because that riff is very funky. It's a timeless piece of music, classic rock at its highest level, and I'm really proud of it. The equipment I used for The Funk of 1,000 Years was predominantly Gibson, and I used my Flying V, and I used a Gibson Les Paul Custom Light that I've had for quite a while. The Les Paul Custom Light was used for all the rhythm tracks, and the Flying V was used for the melody, although the demo that I did for that was the Gibson Les Paul Gold Top Custom, which I'm using in this video. For amplification, I used Marshall JVM 410H going into my 1960 AV cab. I like vintage 30 speakers, that's why I chose the AV cab. And I like to mic them up not only with a Shure SM57 but also with a Royer 1-to-1 mic. I've always liked the sound of classic rock, and a lot of the great guitar players have always used a ribbon mic on their cabinets. So you can't really crank it up, but it captures something which I don't think just the 57 would. Hence Royer 1-to-1 on the cab, and then all the delays and post work was done later in Logic. I added a bit of tape delay to it, but it's by and large the Marshall, and that's always been my tone, and that's always been the tone of rock and roll.